how many are there. Yeah, Twitch as well. And I think TikTok, although it's hasn't been connected, so maybe there are some issues. Anyway, so welcome wherever you're coming from. I'm going to be working on some progress. I'll be making hopefully some progress with the Toccata by Prokofiev, which I've started about a few months ago, and then I had a lot of pauses in between, and so on and so forth. So let's see where it leads us. There is a strange thing over there on the piano. Anyway, okay, so it's live on Twitch and on YouTube as well. So let's see. Yeah, on to the Toccata. So now I'm going to be going through it both fast and slow and all sorts of processes. It has to start from the distance, like an ultimate pianissimo. Better across with one hand. That's a great question. It's an interesting question. The creepy ape. Then this is the maximum from C to E. And anyway, I have a classical pianist hands. This is typical. You see this, the small finger is going very much away. And it's something, because I've been playing the piano, it's called professionally or competitively, which is a desperate thing to say for anything artistic, but anyway, since the early age, so as I was growing up, you see, it's immediate for me for that finger to go a little bit away from the hand. So it's the maximum, but of course it's not very comfortable as well. It's just at the edge that I can do that. This is easy. Okay, to cross your hands. Yeah, well, sometimes you have to, like in the Goldberg variation in some parts. Hold on. Interesting. Yesterday when I was, yesterday when I was practicing and the Goldberg variation, there was something wrong with my brain, and now it seems as if it fixed itself overnight, so it sounds much better. It really depends on so many aspects. It's still not 100%, but it's better. practice this now. Here is the music. It looks like cabbage, but it's interesting. Started with the Prokofiev, and then inspired me to go into the variations, and I need to find the comfort in this. Interesting. Oh, hold on. Too many messages. Sam Smith, what's that? Sam Smith. I don't know what that is. Sorry. So this is the malfunction part. Rewiring my brain. The tunes you're playing. I'm playing the Goldberg Creation. Yeah, I don't know the British singers. Sorry. War Ukraine is a terrible disaster, and it's really a disaster. I can't do any of those songs. Sorry, you guys. I'm just live streaming my. Oh, Rachmaninoff. Well, Rachmaninoff now is something I can do. I'm working on the. That one actually. Interesting, very interesting suggestions today. Okay, it's finally more musical right now. theatrical kind of stuff. And I think that the variation number 1 has a little bit of that. So this piece that I'm working on right now, that I'm playing, is the Goldberg variation. I'm mixing it with the Toccata by Prokofiev. So very soon I'm going to be working on the Prokofiev. I'm jumping into the 20th century, beginning of, actually, it's the early stage of Prokofiev. So just one more time, the first variation, and then we are jumping over. Number 1. Peter, welcome. Thanks so much for joining, and also congratulations. I'm loving the reach so far. It's amazing. What looks fake? I love all of the trollification and all of the energy from the mixing of the different platforms. It's amazing. Variation number 2, I perceive that as the elders telling a story and the value of living a simple life. The third one is about the beauty in the eyes of the beholder. Great to see you. Thanks for joining. So actually, I just had the idea. I think maybe in the following few days, I'm going to be working on the 5 variations every day, and then jump on to Prokofiev. Can only watch you here. Really only on YouTube. How is, by the way, on Twitter? Is this also streaming? Because I think it should be streaming on Twitch. But then, I mean, whatever suits you. Yeah. Sorry. The sound, because right now I opened the piano, so there is much more volume. See the chat. Oh really? I can't see the chat on Twitter. Oh my god. Ah, right. Okay. Peter, are you still with us? That's a bug to report. And I should definitely actually tweet about that. I'm just wondering where is my other phone? Okay, I see my other phone. Just for a moment, I need to tweet this immediately. Yeah. Thanks so much for letting me know. I have no idea. And that's very awkward because that would mean, um, anyway, the social media is the thing that either makes us disagree with each other and make us very much in discord, or else it makes us understand each other more by tolerating all sorts of. Okay, there is. I just need to put. There is back. I can't see the comments on my live streaming while on Twitter, right? While on Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch seems to work, I think. And Twitch seems to work. Sorry about this. Okay, yeah, thanks so much. This is a great thing, interesting. Just want to see in here. Maybe I'll just enter to do a bit of testing. Okay. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, right. On Hubs, it's also not right. Okay. Yeah. I've also now sent a test, and it's not even my own message is not. I can't see it in here. So there is a bug. If anybody is, although if somebody's on Twitter, I think if tweeting should work, then I should be able to see it. But through here, which is a bit awkward. So I'm really hoping that this will be fixed. I remember in Hubs I also had these issues, and who knows how many people just gave up on me because I'm too ignoring of the others, which I'm really not. The whole point of this is to be in togetherness. It's not still very convincing. So the music right now is the Goldberg variation. This is the number 3. Just a little bit more this part. This. Just one more time. Not Shostakovich. It's the Goldberg. Is the Bach by Bach. Sorry. Although I played some preludes, so. difficulties at the end. Is a bit of a mess. That's what gets me really. Yeah, thank you so much, Richard. Now let's jump into the world of Prokofievism. It's interesting how yesterday I just couldn't play Goldberg Variations for some very strange reason, maybe because I started with the Art of Fugue. So okay, toccata now. So it's starting from the distance and it's going forward. Just check in here what's happening with my Twitter. It's funny because with the Twitter is about the live things and then it doesn't work with these kind of things. But anyway, okay, so let's start. that later. Now let's just fix a little bit in here. This has to be like a machine, and then there is a melody. There is the whole life going on. Oh my God, that's the best comment ever. Wi-Fi nerd. Thank you so much. And likewise, you know, when we send the positive energy, we receive. So I'm so happy that that you join me, because I'm sure it's reciprocal. How do I pronounce that in English? Anyway, it doesn't matter. So in here. Because you see, this is also an experiment for me, because I'm listening to the echo, to the pulse of the viewers, and then I'm repurposing it to the art, to the different type of art, not musical but more visual sense. So this is super important to have the whole span of the connection and communication, because I think we are now living in this world where we technically can communicate with absolutely anybody on this planet that has the internet connection. That's basically almost everybody, and yet we have this kind of alienation from each other. Yesterday I was on my stream, I was talking about the Bellatar and that movie, the Turin. Hi Martin, welcome from YouTube. So great to see you, Martin. And I see a great deal of this, and so with live streaming, it's kind of breaking a lot of that that loneliness somehow. I made a mistake is there. Exactly. Everyone can always have opinion qualified. 100% correct. Exactly. And then just imagine for those who are still learning how to filter out the meritocracy from non-meritocracy. Since the early 90s, not sure such communication is always good. Exactly. The case since the early 90s. Yeah, you mean the alienation. I think, with internet, it has been going through the stages. At the beginning, there was this innocence. Although I just had my experience with the computer in the 1999, maybe 2000. So I'm that kind of millennial. And so I experienced a little bit of that innocence when I remember some of those apps where you could connect with each other. It was a bit more direct. There wasn't that many middle people. And then we went into the World Wide Web too, which was all of these social networks and the centralization. And right now we are trying to break up out of that and to find out this sense of togetherness, which I think is very exciting to explore as a phenomenon, and how it's affecting all of us individually as a collective, so it's interesting. Yeah. Okay. In 19. Okay. Well, you are you have more experience than me in that sense, right? I know the 90s, but it's just I had my first computer in the. I think it was. Oh no, sorry, it was 2001 actually. Why am I saying 1999? That's when I started with the music academy. Anyway, okay, so yeah, 90s. I have no idea how it must have been looking like. So in my case, there was already very soon there was, I remember, Friendster, and there was this musical. What's the name of that? MySpace, right? And so that was the beginning of what we would see now with all of the social networks. And so in here I'm missing us, and imagine anything like this back exactly. You couldn't imagine, you know, and especially, I mean, with the live streaming, there is quite a bit. Although it was there even before, but now that it's normalizing, it's kind of more human, even though it's a bit monstrous. It's happening at the same time. It's also more human. It's quite an interesting because it makes us walk into others' shoes more than other social media. If you think about the, you know, all the pre-edited videos, the YouTubes and stuff, like, I mean, it's pre-edited. It's fine. There is nothing wrong with it. It could be also, depending on what's the subject, and it could be quite even artistic. But when it comes to live streaming, it's I think that's the real one that's really bringing us together. So anyway, where was I? So in this part, see, I'm trying to completely relax because it will be impossible to play this very mechanical type of piece without the utter relaxation. I have to hear this voice. Okay, let's continue now. Let's continue on to the next stage of this piece. It's very much, I think, this, reminding of something very industrial. Prokofiev is very, very insightful that way, and it also has this enthusiasm of the youth. 1912, he was very young at that time. This is a nasty part. The music is beautiful. Wow, amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's indeed, although very, very dissonant in this part. It's alternating between easy to listen and hard, like this one. I still don't hear it properly, like. Very powerful. Okay. Nasty. Now just a little more. Okay, let's now continue a little bit just to work on this part. This next one is not so, this one is not too complex, but then the next is going to be a mess. Still quite a bit till the end. Okay, so where should we start? I think just with time this will come to its place. Just that part now. Okay, let's now work on the final section. Um, okay, sorry, I don't understand what you mean by these best followers. Let's now work on the final part of this, which is going to be plenty of wrong notes now, because still has to be coordinated. I think I'll probably be finishing now the stream. It's already almost an hour. Although I should be working just a little bit on the 7th sonata, just the ending, just get that going, because this is the ongoing learning, just the ending of the first movement, because okay. So it still has to be worked on. think that's it now. I need to finish this stream. Thanks so much for joining, everyone, for being with me, exploring this craziness of the music. I'll see you another time. I think I'll probably be streaming at about this time when it comes to music, and I'm streaming from hubs, the different type of content, visual, and if I'm taking a walk, traveling, not so much traveling internationally, but just within the area. So anyway, have a great time. Thanks so much for